Yo, Ichiban! Nanba! Adachi-san!
Sorry to keep you.
You guys are really here! Man, feels like a lifetime since we last saw each other.
Hey, come on. It hasn't been that long. What the hell you been doing out here?
Better question. Who are the kids, huh? Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This is Chi-chan and Tomi.
Yeah, how's it
We've
going?
been duking it out with every gang on the island. Now, we're all pals.
Hey there.
I see. So they're the new party for Hawaii, huh?
All right, but what's this about gangs? How'd you even get involved in something like that? I thought you were here to meet your mom.
Actually, it's kind of a long story.
Yeah, where do we start? I mean, I was born and raised in...
I think that's going a little too far back. Next time, yeah?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kiryu-san's locked up in enemy territory. Give me a sec, and I'll get you guys up to speed.
Sure.
Sorry to spring that, seeing as you just got here.
This ain't the first time, and sure as hell ain't the last, right?
Yeah, what else is new? Sure beats sitting on your ass. Plus, it's for Kasuga. If I gotta get jerked around now and then, so be it.
Well, I told you, they're the best, didn't I?
You were right.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Told you.
Yeah.
Right,
Should've known how to
back.
pick 'em, right?
Okay, we got a dragon to save.
Keep that up. I'm gonna have to get some of that poke. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so the place this Yamai characters hold up is called Night Square. Is that right?
Kiryu-san's gotta be there, yeah. If we want him back, taking down Yamai's the only way.
Oh, what a mess. No time for sightseeing on this voyage, I guess.
Kiryu-san comes first, and then, I promise, I'll show you around. Let's go. Yamai's little castle's about to get stormed.
Well, it's a crazy plan, but still,
It ain't half bad now, is it?
not bad at all.
All right. High time Kiryu-san got rescued. Hurry your ass up, Ichiban. Clock's ticking, yeah?
Yeah, here we go. I'm counting on you. You hear?
Place is more dumpy than I'd expected.
It's definitely not the ritziest part of town. Still, Hawaii's nightlife practically lives here, and Yamai's gang controls every inch. As you can imagine, there's a lot of Japanese folk.
And Yamai's cronies? Where do we find them?
Hey, we wander around enough, and they'll find us. If you recall, I'm already on their shit list for being a deserter.
You okay, Tommy? You don't look too happy right now.
I'm good. Actually, I'm more worried about Kiryu-san at the moment. Ichiban, there's a tattoo shop just ahead. The lady who runs the place happens to be an old friend of mine. Real in the know gal. She's no spring chicken, and she treats Yamai and his gang like a bunch of kids. He even respects her for it.
Meaning?
Meaning, if she knows something, Yamai's rat pack ain't gonna scare her out of talking.
No kidding. Let's stop by.
Welcome in.
Hey there. My friends and I have a quick question for you. Got a sec?
You guys aren't customers?
Sorry, just me.
Tomizawa. You've got guts showing your face around here. Yamai's gonna drag you through the street.
I'm sure he'd like to. Anyway, look, Yamai's holding a friend of ours captive. What do you think? You hear anything about that?
Couldn't tell you. Yakuza don't bring nothing but trouble.
Honestly, anything would help. This guy Yamai's got, he's done everything for me. He's really sick, and he needs our help fast.
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Yamai's goons are here.
I'll be. So Hawaii's boys are keeping the classic Yakuza do alive and well, eh?
I'd say it goes well beyond just the haircut.
Appreciate the heads up. We'll see if these guys know anything.
Be my guest.
You got a lot of nerve running your mouth on someone else's turf.
Hey, another surprise. A Hawaiian Yakuza with a Hiroshima twang.
It's a dying breed even back in Japan. Crazy to think such an endangered species would find its way out here.
Yeah, almost makes him kinda cute.
Yeah, ha ha. But let's not die here, okay?
Kiryu-san's friends are here to get him. Know where he is?
This chump's got some guts, doesn't he? Let's rip him out!
I may talk big, but at least I can back it up, asshole.
Shut your yap. I ain't finished with you yet.
Cut the crap and tell me where Kiryu-san is. Or do you want to get knocked around a little more?
Come on, spit it out. Let's both walk out of here in one piece.
All right, fine. The theater building.
Theater building?
I know it. Yeah, see, it's right over there. It used to be a big playhouse. Yamai runs things from the top floor now. You know, if you were gonna trap Kiryu-san somewhere, it really isn't a bad choice.
I'll say, especially if Yamai's in there. But it's crawling with his boys, too.
Yeah, but that won't stop me. Tomi, Kiryu-san's probably pretty well guarded, right?
Yeah, if you ask me, best bet's the top floor. Only Yamai's confidants can get in there. I've only been up there a handful of times myself.
You've had run-ins with our buddy Yamai before, right? What's he like?
Well, he's tough as nails, that's for sure. More than anything, he's just plain eerie. You never know what that guy's thinking. It's the eyes. You don't get a stare like that without some crazy story behind it.
Regular devil, huh? Guess we better watch our backs then.
Yeah, but there's more. He's got some kind of weird charm. Loyal bunch like them's hard to come by.
I see. Sounds like we showed up in the nick of time.
You sure did. And man, am I glad. Okay, let's rumble!
Well, look who it is. Little pansy Tomizawa in the flesh.
You damn traitor! Like you got any business coming back here!
Hey, slow your roll, pal. I'm not stoked about it either. But for all I'm not, I at least know one thing. I'd never leave my friends behind.
Well said, Tomi.
No, fuck off! You wanna be brave? We'll put you to the test!
Huh? What's this?
Looks like a cabaret on its last legs.
Adachi-san, Namba, that would be Yamai.
Get a load of him. Still, his digs could use a little dusting.
Wasn't sure you'd make it up here. Give yourselves a hand.
Where's Kiryu-san?
Oh, so that's why you barged in, is it?
He'd better be okay.
Uh,
What was that?
Ho ho. Tomizawa's tagged in too, huh? Little tiger's got some scruff, strutting back in here. Then again, maybe I'm just a joke to you now.
Actually, I'd say the Tomi you knew is long gone. Now, give us back Kiryu-san.
Come on, as if flapping your lips is all it'd take. Don't forget, you used to be one of us. You want to get your way, you gotta step up to the plate.
Great. Life lessons from Hawaii's resident psychopath.
And plenty of bark from Kiryu's little fan club. Let's just hope you've got some bite, eh?
Yeah, we got you covered.
Oh, relax.
Yeah,
Why don't you just leave him be?
that's right. Forget him.
You're so mean.
I'll finish it quick, ladies.
I'll ask you one more time. Kiryu-san! Where is he?
And if I say I don't know,
And I'll make it so you do know, Yamai.
Tomizawa.
Choice is yours. But you know what you gotta do. Or do you want to be disgraced even more?
Grace and I split ways a long time ago. Now then, you gonna take your swing or what?
Toby!
That's enough. Kiryu-san is safe and sound.
Hey,
That said, if you lay another finger on the boss, I can't guarantee he'll stay that way.
How about that? You really do have a way with people, don't you?
Now there's a keeper. Man, what I wouldn't give for a girl like that.
What, like it's too late? If you're serious, I say go for it.
You better show up at the wedding.
I'm coming in. We have guests.
Kiryu-san!
Keep your voice down. He needs to rest.
So, you've been looking after him?
I just did what the boss asked me to do. Apparently, he used to look up to this guy way back when.
Yamai did?
He's been asleep ever since they brought him in. His wounds aren't too serious, so I'd wager it's something internal.
Figures. If anyone's gonna push himself, it's Kiryu-san.
First aid is about all I can do at this time. Now take your friend and get out of here.
I swear, if I'd known about all this, I'd have called off the fight.
Yeah, though he is still chasing after Akane-san, right? He hasn't given up on that. He's still trouble.
Yamai.
Yamai, what's your plan once you find Akane-san?
Akane? Oh, you mean the old bat?
Hey, have a little respect, will you? Anyway, why even bother going after her?
Because the entire Hawaiian underworld's on the hunt. I got no idea what she's worth, but I'll find out once I get my hands on her.
That's really all?
I've been in Hawaii for a while now, but it's hard making yourself known. The Barracudas and the Ganja, we're not fit to lick their boots. So if I can get my hands on their precious little prize first, I'll have a big, cushy seat at the negotiating table.
Negotiating? You act like it's a business deal. But really, don't you see you're just using Akane and Lani's lives to get what you want?
Everyone's on the prowl, and you don't scramble like that without good reason. By the way, Who's this Lonnie you mentioned?
I'm glad you asked. Means maybe you still have a heart after all. Let me explain. Whether you believe it or not, well, that's up to you.
So, Palekana's golden boy is the big kahuna out here, and he's after this little Lonnie snot, eh? Boring story like that. It must be true.
You mean you believe me?
Tomizawa's switched sides. Kiryu's got your back. You don't seem like too great a liar. Top of that, I now know why they're going nuts enough to chase some bird around town. I'll leave the lady be. I'm not so strapped for cash I need to prey on a kid. Once Kiryu's awake, pack up and get lost. You stay off my turf, and for good. We never see each other again.
Deal. Yamai, I just have one more thing. Kiryu-san pulled through, and for that, you have my thanks. I owe you one.
I had nothing to gain. You don't get glory from kicking a corpse.
No, you're a better man than I took you for. Well, not that much better, but it's something.
Sure. Keep thinking that.
To me, Kazuma Kiryu is family. Uncle Kaz!
Where do you live? You don't have a home, kid?
The orphanage. I snuck out.
You live in an orphanage? Wait, kid.
Hey, there she is! Get the girl! After her! Don't let her get away!
Stop! Hey, stop! She's just a girl. Keep your hands off her!
Kiryu-san, you're safe now. We're looking after you.
Kasuga. What happened?
We talked things out with Yamai. Turns out, he didn't know anything. He was only looking for Akane-san to get a leg up on the competition. No other new info, though, I'm afraid. Even now, Akane-san and Lonnie are still out there.
I see.
Please, leave the rest of this to us. Kiryu-san, think about it. You can't keep pushing yourself to the edge like that.
Sorry to make an ass of myself. But I knew what I was getting into. I'm all good now.
Still with the tough guy act? How are you in any way all good, huh? Kiryu-san!
Look here, I used to be a nurse, so I want you to keep that in mind and listen to me.
I know I don't have much time left. There's just something I need to do.
You mean rescuing Lonnie and Akane-san? You don't have a chance in hell.
What?
Go back to Japan and focus on recovering. Anything else, and you'll just weigh Kasuga-san and the others down. My mission has always been to secure Akane-san as quickly as possible. Objectively speaking, your staying here would be a hindrance to the mission. Kasuga-san's clearly worried about you as it is, and it would only stand to slow him down. Ultimately, that may end up putting Lonnie in danger. I doubt that's what you want. Lonnie and Haruka Sawamura are kindred spirits, wouldn't you say?
Haruka Sawamura?
As Kiryu-san might say, she's essentially his daughter. Once known as the girl worth 10 billion yen, she too was a poor child hounded by man's greed. Had Kiryu-san not protected her, she would have been all but erased, and with little fanfare. Lonnie's no different. Even in my eyes, her situation aligns with Haruka's in many ways. Kiryu-san, I can see why you're so determined to help her. However, in your current condition, you couldn't even rescue yourself. It doesn't take a nurse to discern that. Now does it?
Hey, give it a rest.
Kiryu-san, just take it easy for a bit. Namba said he'd go back to Japan with you. Akane-san and Lonnie will be okay. I swear we'll figure it out. Remember, it's not just me. I've got Adachi-san, Chi-chan, and Tomi too. So please, can you let us take it from here, Kiryu-san?
You know, it's pathetic. A guy at my age, forcing those younger than him to ask that. And twice. Leave it to you, huh? You're right. I've been too scared to rely on others for too long.
Scared? Kiryu-san, you...
Yeah. I think I'm finally starting to realize that. The longer your life, the more surprises.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Sorry to ask. But Akane-san and Lonnie need you. Will you help them, Kasuga? Everyone.
We're on it.
Oh, Ichiban. You got a minute? I wanted to ask something.
Me? Sure. I'm always down.
And not to get too heavy, but it's about Marie again. Yeah, you remember? After I went to prison, she pretty much vanished from the earth. Figured she never wanted me to look for her. And I'm fine with that, if she's happy somewhere. So I got in touch with some old friends we had, ones I haven't seen since. I asked if any of them had heard from her, know how she's doing.
Holy shit, did you find anything out? Is she okay?
Long story short, yeah, probably. I don't know 100% yet.
Right, you have to see for yourself, don't you?
Yeah, only when I think about that...
It won't exactly be easy seeing her again.
Yeah, in so many words? Yeah.
Tomi.
Marie's friend told me that while I was locked up, she nosedived bad. She'd already quit her job for the baby, but then she lost touch with everyone else in her life. She might have left Hawaii entirely at that point, according to them.
Really? Well, that could be why you didn't find anything when you first looked.
Yeah, but recently someone saw her on a beach here in the city. She's back in the old neighborhood. Apparently, she looks all right from a distance.
Well, what are you gonna do, tell me?
Marie may be back on her feet, but for all I know, she only got there by burying the past. In that case, she could very well want me to stay forgotten.
But no way. She wouldn't think that.
And there's... You know, what have I done besides lick Yamai's boots since I got out again? If I saw Marie today, what would she think of me? Meanwhile, she could be with a new guy. Hell, she could have a new family by now.
Tomi.
I'm sorry, you didn't sign up for this, did I? What am I supposed to do?
In your imagination, Marie would really never want to think about you again?
Yeah. I mean, why would she? Look, forget it. I shouldn't have brought this shit up. Just, tell me one thing, honestly. What would you do in my place? You're me. Would you really go look her up?
Tommy, there's no other choice, is there? She's back. You have to go find her again.
No, I do have a choice here. And there's a wrong option. If Marie's happiness depends on never seeing my face again, I owe it to her to stay gone.
But the thing is... Nothing will ever be certain until you see it with your own eyes. Understand? You're worrying, well, what if she doesn't want to see you? Well, what if she's in trouble and needs help?
I don't know.
If you really can't do it yourself, I can go check up on her for you. Promise, don't let this opportunity pass you by. It'll keep haunting you forever if you do.
Ichiban, man.
Sorry if I was out of line there.
Out of line? No, I needed you more than I realized. Thank you. You really helped me.
Cool.
You're right. All I know is that Marie, or someone who looks like her, is in town. Unless I see for myself, everything else is my mind running wild on me.
I hope she's doing well.
So do I. Even if that means she's got no room in her life for me. You know, if I can be sure that she's happy, I'll be okay.
You're a hell of a guy, Tommy.
Is it me, or do you sound sad now?
Well, this might undermine my advice, but the truth is, I'm in the lurch too. I proposed to this girl a while back, and she still hasn't given me an answer.
Whoa, you're down worse than I am, and I've been listening to you?
I was afraid you'd say that.
Shit. You need advice from me?
Let me think. Tommy, find Marie first, and then we'll get to my problems.
All right, but... Man, talk about ending on a sour note.
Yeah, that's why you end chats like this with drinks, not words.
Well said.
Akane-san and Lani need our help. Let me know when you find him.
Hey, you know it. In fact, you'll be the first on the list. All right, man. You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Well, be seeing you, Ichiban. Actually, hang on. You got a sec?
Huh? Oh.
Look at you. Barely just got here, and Chichan's got you wrapped around her finger. Sachan's old news now, is that it? You dog.
Hey, look, it's nothing like that. But besides, man, she's like 20 years younger than me.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's got its perks. Come on, say it with me. Chichan.
You're nuts. You know, you came all this way. It's a shame we didn't get to hang out like this. Sorry about that.
It's been fun.
Well, do me proud, Namba.
Always. See ya.
The Dragon of Dojima left everything to you. Bet you're feeling the pressure now, huh, Ichiban?
Yeah. Still, I won't let him down.
So, how about it? You got any more ideas for how to find those two? Don't tell me you're gonna upload another video and sit back.
Hey, it's not like that was for nothing, right? For all any of us know, Akane-san could message him any second.
Akane-san worked as the director of an orphanage. What's more, Polycana ran the place.
There's a thought. Polycana folks will probably know a thing or two.
We've already been there, though. We may not have known about Bryce's identity at the time, but we didn't find any clues either. Besides, they're not the type. None of them would have ties to a gang or anything.
Maybe so, but it's a lead all the same. And it's the only one we got. We'll just have to go and see for ourselves.
Sounds like a plan. A good cop always revisits the scene of the crime. So this is the place? Polycana's got quite a little setup going here.
Yeah, but still, it's weirdly quiet today. Last time we came, there were kids everywhere.
Oh, look, there's one.
These kids are pretty friendly, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, no mistake. Something's off.
Well, maybe someone's pulled the wool over their eyes, led them astray somehow. Guess that bit about rescanning the crime scene holds true. Hey, Kasuga? Could mean something here's changed.
Maybe. Let's find out.
The flames roared and swirled about. And so the enraged Nele, in all her wisdom, cast the greedy into the purging fires.
Bryce?
Isn't he supposed to be back at the island? The heck is he doing here?
Welcome, Kasuga. It's nice to see you again.
These guys are definitely a new addition.
You don't seem too happy to see me. There a reason for the bodyguards?
Ah, yes. These are Haku warriors. They are acutely sensitive to those who would wish me harm, you see.
Dana and Callan out or something? Errand duty?
If you have business with them, I can oblige. Though I cannot stay the Flame's judgment.
Wangto's story. Was all that really true? Be real. What are you gonna do with all those kids?
They're scaring me, Father Bryce.
Fear not, my child. No evil can withstand a Haku warrior's spirit. What we should do now is pray. Let us beseech Madame Nele to envelop them swiftly and painlessly.
How do you like that? He's got him taking pity on us.
Akane-san took Lonnie and ran from here. That's why you're after her. You might act calm, but I know you're getting desperate. Normally, you keep the gangs out of the public eye. But right now, you've got all hands searching high and low.
Polycana's flames purify everything they touch. They encompass all doubts, all hesitations, and return them to the ashes.
What happens when you find them? Just kill them and move on?
I will cleanse what I can, and must. And as for what that shall be, whatever, or whomever, it is my role, granted to me by the Flames, to determine.
You're stalling! Answer the damn question!
arrogant demon. May her fires have mercy on you.
Bryce! Heretics, be gone! Bryce, that bastard! I guess we're not chasing after him.
What's going on here?
Oh, Dana. Callan.
Kasuga.
I see. So Bryce really did send you out for errands, huh?
Yes. He said the food bank was in urgent need of resupply and asked if we could pick everything up.
We rarely get instructions like that from Bryce himself, however. So, we did think it a little strange.
Right. And then you came back to this.
Yes.
Kasuga, about what you said, Halekana's true intentions. I just find it so hard to believe. Where's it all coming from?
Oh, yeah. Guess you wouldn't know. I mean, I had a feeling that was the case anyway. You and Callan and all. Well, you didn't seem like the type to hurt these kids.
Not at all. Honestly, we have no idea what you're talking about. We never knew Bryce was controlling the gangs, nor that he was after Akane's life.
Callan, Dana, I know I'm an outsider here. Heck, I only touched down in Hawaii just a little bit ago. I can't blame you if you don't want to believe me. Not when these are such big claims. So, for what it's worth, I won't ask you to. That said, you saw what happened here with your own eyes. Those were ganja, barracudas, and armed Polycana members. They ganged up on us and tried to kill us. As far as Polycana goes, I say there's a lot you don't know about, and more where that came from. Now, with that in mind, if there's anything you forgot to tell us, would you please fill us in?
For starters, we've been told that those who pilgrimage to Nele Island live in peace the rest of their days. As a result, many children here have been recognized as Haku and sent away. We've taught them they must keep the faith, that one day they can become Haku too. Of course, this has gone on for decades. However, a long time ago, I told Callan about an experience I had. Nele Island had welcomed one of our kids, but I later saw them right here in Honolulu.
Dana, you shouldn't.
Once you go to Nele Island, Polycana says you're there for the rest of your life, right?
Yes, so it shouldn't have been the case. At first, I thought maybe I was mistaken. Their face was totally different, after all. But still, they'd lived here for years and were practically family to me. The way they talked and behaved was just how I remembered. So, with that, I approached them and asked. They said I had the wrong person.
You still think it was them, huh?
I do. I don't know the details, but my guess is they underwent some kind of surgery. I mean, changing your face is one thing, but your voice is another. I'd know that voice anywhere. Without a doubt, it was the same child I thought to be on Nele Island. I wanted to talk with them some more, but they ran off, almost as if they were trying to escape. I never saw them again.
So, wait, what's it all mean? The Nele Island kids are sneaking back under new identities or something?
Longtoe's story does line up if I remember right.
Yeah. He said Bryce makes his followers faithful as can be. Then he slips them into Ganja and the Barracudas as spies. Dana, the kid you saw, what were they wearing that day?
They were in a police uniform.
Huh? Bryce isn't just shipping his pawns off into Hawaii's gangs. If he's got cops, he's probably got lawyers, politicians, and even businessmen. Anyone who holds some kind of power. Worse, he's built this over decades, with tons of people. Influence like that would give him control over the whole city, his own network.
I see now. Haley Island's like a training facility. Bryce gets his pawns geared up and ready to go, then sends them back here.
That can't be.
He's a monster, that Bryce. He's been using your beliefs for his own gain.
What on earth do we do now? What are we supposed to say to that?
I don't know.
Look, you might have come to terms with all this, but I just can't do it. What's real? What's fake? I've got no idea. Even hearing all that, Palikana's teachings are all I know anymore. If they said I could go to Nele Island, I would go. I would want to go. That's what I taught the kids. That's what I believed. As far as my faith's concerned, I choose to stand firm.
I need to get started on the children's dinner.
Some of them won't ever have anywhere else, you know. This place is their last bastion from the world outside. If it's all right, for their sake, can you not mention any of this in front of them?
Hang on a minute, you'd really send more kids out there? Even after everything we said?
The chosen children only get sent to the island twice a month, and that's at the very most. Either on the new moon or a full moon. Suffice to say, they won't be doing so for a while.
We've got to find Akane-san fast, before the next window rolls around. This orphanage needs answers, and we need to know if the island's safe. Maybe she'll have an idea or two, yeah?
Now, our mission's starting to pack on a lot of weight. No wonder the Dragon of Dojima is on the case.
Yeah, but if we pull this off, we'll save more people than we know. Not a bad deal, if you ask me.
Kiryu-san. Kiryu-san.
Oh. You're back in Japan already?
Yep, you were out like a light. Almost thought I'd let you keep snoozing.
Thanks for the wake-up call.
Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, I just got an update from Ichiban. He said they nearly cornered the Sage of Palikana, but he ended up slipping away. And on top of that, Akane and Lonnie are still missing. Anything changes, he'll let us know right away.
Sounds good.
But as far as Hawaii goes, we're leaving that for him and the gang. Right now, you're seeing a doctor. Otherwise, you and I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I know.
Nanba-san?
Doctor, how's our guy holding up?
I'm sorry to say, but he's only getting worse. He seems to be aware of that himself. Honestly, I'm surprised he made it here on foot and not in an ambulance. The cancer's taken quite a toll on his body. He must have a will of iron to have pushed himself this far.
Is there really no hope for him left?
To improve his chances, I recommend giving him round-the-clock care as soon as possible. Or at the very least, some bed rest. Recuperating at home is another option.
Yeah, right. But knowing him...
Yes, he made it very clear he wasn't interested in any of that. And it is up to the patient to decide. All I can do as a physician is offer advice. Now, I imagine you've already done this, but if you could encourage him to start taking care of himself. Coming from a friend, his mind might change down the road.
Yeah, that's what you'd think.
This might not be my place to say, but he acts as though he's given up on recovery. It's almost like he's rushing to his death. I'm afraid there's no other way to put it. I'm sure it's frustrating watching him do that to himself. He's got a strong mind, a stout heart, and what was once impeccable physique. But he's also as stubborn as a mule.
Yeah, tell me about it. Here, make yourself at home. Ichiban won't mind. Ugh, sorry it's such a pigsty. I'll find you a better place to hole up eventually.
No, I'd honestly rather stay put. Less eyes on me here than some hotel. After all, I'm not even supposed to exist out there.
Right, there's that. Hanawa-san actually told me a couple things. Like how I should call you Taichi Suzuki in public.
That's my name whenever shit hits the fan. Sorry if it's throwing you off.
No, I wouldn't say that. There is one thing, though.
What?
The doc was telling me earlier how you're not open to any treatment. Are you sure that's what you want? With all the recent advances in medicine, I'm sure you don't have much to lose by trying something. I can even ask around about options, things that are proven to help with cancer.
Drop it. I've already heard enough. The Daidoji faction researched my condition to hell and back and found nothing. And besides, it's not like I haven't tried anything. I was thinking I could hold myself together, at least until Akane and the girl were safe. But right in the thick of it, my body gave up on me. Guess I was a fool to hope.
Kiryu-san. Mind if I come in?
Go ahead.
You know, I was hoping you would rest, not work yourself to the bone. I'm serious here. Why else would you come all the way back to Japan?
I just thought it wouldn't kill me to lend some support from the sidelines. Now, I've been looking into Polycana. Sure you can guess how that's going.
The internet's a dumpster fire, ain't it? But hey, I'm sure Achan will figure something out. Look, I'm all for supporting the team, Kiryu-san, but sometimes that means knowing when to take the bench.
Don't waste your breath, Namba. It's impossible to talk him out of anything.
Nanba, is this your doing?
Yeah, I happen to bring some company. Oh, but don't worry. She's a face you can trust.
The moment you turn your back on him, that laptop's gonna be wide open. Even if all he does is type in circles.
You brought Komi Jewel's leader?
Yeah, why not? Son, he's an old friend. And apparently the Queen of Ijincho. She runs the Liumang now, too.
In other words, we're all outcasts here. And don't flatter yourself. You're not the only one I know who's dead on paper. So relax. I'm sure the Daidoji people won't give you too much grief about me.
Why are you here?
Just thought I'd save a dying man the trouble of paying me a visit. Besides, in our world, you're pretty much the top of the food chain. And in that sense, the privilege is all mine. Surely that's reason enough.
Hey, it's not like I ratted you out to her. She just caught wind of you first. Like a spider to the fly.
I remember. Nothing happens in this town without the Komi Jewel knowing it first, huh?
Mind if I take a seat? I brought some of the best Korean medicine money can buy.
Okay, but as a former nurse, I can't exactly sign off on that for him.
Well, it's not every day a dragon comes to town. And what better way to pay my respects?
That doesn't surprise me. Kasuga's gonna be Kasuga no matter where he goes. I wonder how he draws so many people to his side. Is it that heroic charm of his?
Heroic charm? You may be onto something.
Yeah. He does have this certain effect on you. But the more you're around him, the more you can't help but help him. Silly as it sounds, he might just be a real hero.
Just don't tell him you said that. He'll be over the moon for weeks.
What? I have something on my face?
Kiryu-san, let me ask you. What's your all-time favorite food?
Why food all of a sudden?
I'll put it another way. If you were about to die, what would you want to eat right before? Let's call it your last supper.
Sunny, what is with you right now? Is that really the way to ask?
It doesn't bother me. But now that you mention it, what would be a good last meal?
You see there? Nobody takes that long just to think up their favorite food.
What's your point?
I'm saying your complete lack of an answer only shows how little time you've spent on yourself. You've always lived your life for someone else. You even spent a decade in prison so your sworn brother wouldn't have to.
Really? He did that?
The crime he took the fall for was patricide. After you got out, you ended up losing Yumi Sawamura, so you took her daughter Haruka under your wing. And now, here you are faking your own death, all to protect your loved ones. But with the real thing on the horizon, why not use these precious last days for yourself?
You do have a point there, Sunhee. And I agree. The thing is, I can't help but wonder.
Yeah. Why do you care so much about me anyway?
There are a lot like you in the Komi Jewel. See, we once served the Jingon Mafia, who had absolute authority over our lives. But even with them long gone, their oppression still lingers in many of our hearts. I've seen too many of us waste away in fear and regret until there's nothing left. It kills me every time.
Well, I don't remember asking for your guidance.
True, but while you're in my town, you're on my turf. And if I let the Dragon of Dojima die full of regrets, I'd never stop kicking myself in the ass.
You've really got away with words. Do I look like I'm that close to death's door?
Come on. I wouldn't say that. But from here on out, it really wouldn't hurt to focus on some self-care. At least, I think that's what Sunhee's getting at.
Yeah, more or less.
Focus on self-care, huh? Easier said than done. What would you guys do in my shoes?
Huh? What would I do?
Yeah, let's hear it. Don't tell me you can't come up with something on the spot.
I can. Now, let's see. Actually, I'd probably go unwind at the batting center. Hitting the ball's a bit like therapy, especially after Jungi gives me sass.
I don't know. I'd rather not put Kiryu-san through anything strenuous. Right now, the man needs rest more than anything.
Oh, for crying out loud. I'm not gonna collapse from batting.
Good. Then let's go score a few home runs.
Now?
Come on, it's now or never. Besides, the night is young and there's plenty to do. Kicking things off with baseball sounds like the start of a good send-off to me.
You're really serious?
Hey, count me in. I think Sunhee's got the right idea. A night on the town will be good for you. Not like you were gonna lie down anyway, right?
All right, you got me. But there's still some drink left, you know.
Don't tell me the legendary dragon's concerned over a few drops of alcohol. Okay, from now on, if you're ever thirsty, I'll be the one to pour. When you've been in the business as long as I have, it's nice to finally share a glass on equal terms. And be honest here, would you rather get tipsy with me or Nanba?
Well, when you put it that way.
Oh, now you're just fighting dirty.
No matter what you boys say, I'm coming with. My town, my rules, and don't forget it.